Hello StarCraft fans, this is falconpaladin coming to you with yet another weekly edition of MidRank Madness. This is between PurpleStain and Muse on Ruins of Seras. In the bottom left, representing Kjex, it is the red Terran player PurpleStain. And in the top right of the map, we have the blue Zerg player representing nobody, it is Muse. So again, this is MidRank Madness. If you're new to this feature, I'm going to explain it really quick here. Basically, I have silver and bronze level games that I highlight in my Into the Void cast every week. I also do a lot of Masters and GM and Pro level stuff because people love that high level StarCraft 2 with all of their heart. But then I was kind of leaving out everybody from Gold to Diamond, and I said, you know what? Those guys deserve some love too. They deserve to be shown. So this is what MidRank Madness is about. It's about showing pretty solid play at lower levels. There are mistakes made, but again, it's not as mistake-laden as bronze silver can be. So it's kind of in the middle range here. I try to highlight some really interesting games. Fun stuff can happen in the middle of these ranks where a lot of people live. So again, send me your replays to falconpaladin@gmail.com. Label them MidRank Madness if you want me to cast your gold to diamond level replay. Again, if you have an Into the Void replay, bronze and silver, send it to falconpaladin@gmail.com as well, using Into the Void in the subject, and we'll see what we can do. Alrighty then, spawning pool first into hatchery from Muse. So again, does not feel comfortable enough on a 4-player map against Terran to go hatch first. I can't necessarily blame him for that. There is a lot of cheese at the lower levels of the ladder, but at the same time, I mean, you really have to have the confidence in getting your hatch out and then going into a pool with an extractor. But at this point, he is going to have enough lings out to deal with whatever comes out here from PurpleStain. The answer is going to be a Reaper. It's a fairly standard Reaper timing here from PurpleStain because, again, at these lower levels, they have timings down as the command center comes up. But as they make contact with the enemy, as they do things that cause them to forget about macro back home, do things that require them to micro to an extent, then everything kind of goes to pot, and that's it for the players. So we'll see if that's kind of one of those games where the first battle determines who the winner is, or if you move on into a late game, start seeing all sorts of crazy shenanigans. Because, man, these games that go into the late, weird stuff happens, man. It really does. All right, so here's the SCV. It does scout out the location, so the Reaper knows exactly where to go. I like this at the low levels. Sending Reapers out, not knowing exactly where your opponent is, always seems like a waste of time to me. So definitely, if you are a Terran player, feel free to send an SCV out to find your opponent, especially on this big map, and then send your Reaper to exactly where you know they're going to be. There are 4 lings on the way. There's a Queen here as well. KD8 charge knocking that Queen back. A couple lings going to chase this Reaper around. He's trying to get out of there with his life. No, so close. 7 hit points remaining on that dude. The Queen does do enough damage to take it down. 4 damage. So I guess 2 more shots from the Queen would have killed it. With the Zerglings helping as well, that would have been much less. So both players just macroing to their heart's content. Whoa, Muse is going for a lair at 3 minutes. Woo! 3-minute lair coming up from our friend. Muse is getting a factory as well. Going to swap over a barracks over to this area. What's the factory going to be used for? Hellions, perhaps? Yeah, it's going to land on this reactor. Likely going to be Hellions, and there goes the starport. So a 1-1-1 build to Destiny Cloudfist as the Reaper just tries to do things, but it's going to die. And it does. If you're a Reaper and you're standing still too long, you're going to die. You're super weak. Your one benefit is that you're fast. You are really fast. Again, lings can outrun you on creep, but you can run around this back area here and be super annoying, throwing KD8 charges into worker lines. But if you hold still at all, Queens will kill you and slow lings will kill you, and that will be it for the Reaper. So is anybody... Yep, Terran lost a single unit, resources 100. And that's it. So Zerg lost nothing to that Reaper pressure. Did the Reaper even get much of a scout off is the question. Yeah, it did get in there. It didn't see the lair timing, unfortunately for him. But here come 4 speedlings moving out across the map here. There's a bunker coming up. Nicely done by PurpleStain. Again, having a bunker to protect the space, especially where there's a huge ramp at your natural, just something you really want to do. So the lings come on in there trying to kill this SCV. They do kill the SCV, and they do get the supply depot, but guess what? Hellions are out. Hellions and Marines do great against Zerglings, and all the Zerglings fall but 1. He will return home to tell his tale to his friends and family. And Liberators on the way for PurpleStain. Muse is getting himself a Spire as well as more lings here to defend against the attacks that are sure to come. He's going to try to deal with these Hellions with lings, which can work. If you have enough and you position them properly to get in, like pin the Hellions into a corner like this, you can kill them pretty quick. But if PurpleStain's micro is good enough, and again, this isn't exactly super high level, so it might not be, they might be able to do a lot of damage. They do stop and try to kill this Queen. I don't know if that's a great idea. It does take them a long time to kill the Queen, and delay tactics are pretty much what Muse is going for right now. As the Queens and the Lings on the creep, The Link try to get that surround off, and no, can't quite do it. They do manage to kill a single Hellion. Nope. No, they do not. 2 of the Hellions are very low on health. There are 6 of them now. Trying to come in again, get those shots off on the Queens. Enough Hellions. There we go. Can get a Queen. Creep Tumor's getting burned alive as well. Muse is actually dealing with some problems here. As PurpleStain, it doesn't look like he's trying to necessarily get in there and start killing stuff. More looking to contain the Zerg player. Maybe prevent a 3rd base from coming down. But 7 mutas are on the way. These Hellions and their effectiveness is going to wane very quickly as soon as that happens. And here comes that 3rd base. Here comes some Lings. But the Hellions, once again, wow, just roasting a ton of those Lings. They don't even try to engage. They just run for their lives, get on out of there. A Roach Warren is now coming up. Muse recognizing there are a lot of Hellions out right now. So maybe I should get some roaches to deal with them. The Muta's flying around, now playing a game of hide and seek, trying to find these guys. Where are the Hellions, say the Mutas? Just kind of flapping their little wings. I guess they're more playing defense here, which is not necessarily what you want to do. If you're Mutas, there we go. Sending them out on offense, searching around. Oh, and they do find them. Here come the Hellions, and they're running for their lives. There are Zerglings chasing them, and Mutas chasing them, then everybody stops chasing. And the Hellions say, oh, thank goodness, I'm going to try to kill stuff now. There's nothing to kill here. No workers. Can't really kill buildings very easily with Hellions. Can do it. It just takes a super long time. Baneling Nest right at the front door. Does get scouted out here. And there's also a Liberator back here in the main. Killing workers. And Muse is not doing a good job pulling his drones at all because he's worrying about the Hellions back here. And the Mutas should be able to clean this up very easily. Does get 11 kills though. Wow. Finally does get cleaned up. And let's take a look at the... There's a workers killed, isn't there? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, workers killed 11 by PurpleStain. Muse has killed a single SCV of his own. And that is it. So let's go ahead and head on down to the Terran base here. Looks like he is going for 2 factories, which is pretty nice. There's also a command center coming on up. And a bunker with 3 Marines on the inside, missile turrets at the front. He recognizes that mutas are a definite threat. He also has a missile turret back here in his mineral line. You don't need to go crazy with this. If you're at the lower levels of the game, you just really only need a missile turret per mineral line as long as you are willing to repair that with your SCVs and then get support over as fast as you can. The mutas, again, aren't doing much. Being aggressive with your mutas is much, much better than playing defensively with them. But at the same time, you might be more worried about Hellions coming out, which is why you really have to scout. I think is what this comes down to. Scouting with Overlords, with Overseers to see what your opponent is exactly up to. You can see these Vikings, which I'm not sure is a great choice against mutas, just because their fire rate is so slow. 1.43, doesn't do any splash damage. Mutas come in here and clean this up, no problem. And here comes some Liberators, a much, much better choice against Vikings, because they do splash damage. If you haven't seen a Liberator before, let's see if we can highlight one of these for you. A Widowmine over here as well, basically begging mutas to come in and try to pick off this reactor. Liberator here does 7 damage, 2 attacks each, 5 range, weapon speed of 1.29, and it does do splash. It doesn't say that here. Somebody asked how you know, and honestly, you just kind of go to the webpage, battle.net. It has a list of all the different things, the stats and things for different units, and just trust me, this does splash. It is a very big enemy of those mutas. Some Hellion roasting up. Where was that? I don't know. This base is now up and running, though. Income tab shows 55 to 76 harvesters. Whoa! Zerg player been joining up like mad. But here come the Hellions. Here come the Liberators. Liberators, is it enough to kill these mutas? There we go. Splash damage being used. Look at all of the orange and yellow Hellions here. But one Liberator dies and another one ends up dead. And now the Vikings might be able to clean these up because they're so weak. Look at that. Good stutter step here as well. Moving on back. The Hellions roasting everything alive. There are roaches to try to deal with them, but see, look at this. The Vikings can't quite clean up those mutas, but they did what they could. And Hellions, again, running in, trying to kill, I guess, a single Hellion. No, 2 Hellions. More drones have died here. Wow. Drone kills. Many drone kills thus far. 22 have fallen. It is still 57 to 65 workers. Muse is up in the worker count, but a 3rd base has now been established for PurpleStain. Getting double refineries here, throwing up another command center. I think this might just be a planetary fortress to deal with something that comes in and tries to kill him. There are Cyclones mixed in here as well. Oh, PurpleStain, you know the way to my heart. Making those little used Legacy of the Void units used. So nice. So here comes some mutas taking shots. Oh, one muta does end up falling to those double missile turrets. The roaches come rolling right on in. Double defender mode circles there, though. Cyclones using their lock-on ability, and they do kill 2 of the roaches. Mutas come in, try to deal with them, but Cyclones can actually shoot up With their lock-on ability, Muta's kind of overextended, got completely wiped out of the air there. It locks the Cyclone's weapons on the target unit, dealing 400 damage over 14 seconds to ground targets and 440 damage over 14 seconds to flying targets. They can move while firing. More Hellions! More Hellions at the third base! Line them up! Roasty drones, toasty on your Saturday afternoon, and there they go. Marines making sure no crazy fifth base is established here. PurpleStain knows there are 4 hatches up right now from Muse, just worried about a 5th possibly being taken, but at this point on this map, 5th base could be here, 5th base could be here, could be here, could be here. There are a lot of places that the Zerg player could want to go to take that 5th base, and sending all your Marines to one location seems like a bit of a problem. Widowmines just making sure that, again, Mutas don't fly in blind. We've all seen that. We've all seen Mutas fly blind into the main base of a Terran and get wiped out by 2 or 3 or 4. Widowmines, not a good look. Queen trying to deal with these Marines, but the Marines do not have any upgrades at all, so she actually should be able to handle it. A bunch of Hydras and Ravagers here, though. Wow. Okay, Ravager Hydra army, 159 to 133 total supply. Again, it's a lot of Liberators, Cyclones, Hellions, and tanks. So basically a mech-style play here. I do like how PurpleStain is getting Corruptors, though. Corruptors are a good answer to Liberators, especially if they have the plus armor upgrade instead of plus flyer, but a plus flyer attack, which he does. I'm not sure how much that will actually hurt. And a Hive on the way as well. Hellions rolling on up the left side here and checking. Oh, did they see that? Yes, they did see the hatchery that was being built. They come right on in. There are Spore Crawlers. That does not do a whole lot against Cyclones and Blue Flame Hellions. The drones are running. They're not splitting at all. Big roast. Oh, huge roast. Bunch of Hellions die. They will get avenged. These Hellions need to run for their lives. The Cyclone gets picked off from behind. Blue Flame, again, just going for it, man. Going for all of these workers, and the Blue Flame is so darn effective. Muse not running his drones at all. And losing them, all the Hellions do end up falling, but look at this. 53 workers. 53 workers killed by PurpleStain. Muse has killed 2. Dos workers. I don't know what that is in Spanish. Forgive me, for I have sinned. Muse also getting a cloaking field upgrade for the Banshees, and the +1 ship weapons, as well as more Vikings and more Liberators. Pathogen glands on the way for Muse. +2/+2 melee attack. Possibly going for Ultras. Maybe an Ultra follow-up after this Ravager, Hydra, Roach type thing. I think that might be a good idea. I really do. Vipers too. Oh, Muse, you're getting Vipers? Oh, delicious, delicious Vipers. All right, here we go. Defender mode circles are up. Is Muse going to attack into them? He is. He's attacking right on in. He's thought about using the Hydras, but no. Corrosive Bile comes down. Bit of damage there to the tanks, but that's about it. Banshees flying on into this base. There are Vipers. Maybe Parasitic Bomb could be used. Queen trying to stab away at them. Roaches coming on in to no effect because they can't shoot up. Trying to use Consume to get enough energy possibly for a Parasitic Bomb. The Roaches just kind of trying to stay out of the way. Banshees killing more and more drones. Look at these drones. Again, not running. Pro tip for all the Zergs out there. If this is happening to you, run your workers away. They are faster than Banshees. The Vipers are sucking a lot of energy off of this Hive. The Hydra is trying to come in and catch them at an angle. Oh, but there's Cloak. Is there an Overseer with this army? I don't think there is. Oh, no. No Overseer at all. The Banshees are absolutely laying waste. 9 kills, 6 kills on these guys. Killing drones over everything else. Up to 67 workers killed. That's a lot. That's a lot of workers. And more, yes, more drone carnage over here, because why not? The Vipers say, we would do Parasitic Bomb on you, but we can't see you because you're invisible. So, apologies. And Hyperflight Rotors increasing the attack speed of Banshees, and Battle Cruisers. Can PurpleStain, can he do it? Can he overcome the curse of making Battle Cruisers and you lose that exists on the Falcon Paladin channel? I know I've seen this in the comments before. People say, oh man, they made Battle Cruisers, it was awesome, but they lost anyway. Battle Cruisers are stinky, man. Alright, that could be true. It could be true, but you never know. PurpleStain could be the one prophesied. He could be the one to make Battle Cruisers work in a game, especially against Zerg, where he has killed 72 workers already. Okay, so he is actually up 75 to 62 right now. Doing a great job on that. Not really crushing Muse's army very well. Pretty big mineral bank here as well for PurpleStain, but that's a-okay. Cyclones chasing these Hydras away, but nope, don't want to engage directly. Cyclones are a little bit too flimsy for that. They only have 120 hit points. They do have +1 armor, but it just feels like they die if anything touches them. Heading on up here along the left side. And the army misses them entirely. Muse is going to send his guys down on in. +2 ship weapons being researched. More Liberators, more Vikings, more Roaches. And what is this? More Banshee play. Wow, more of everything here now. The Banshee trying to get rid of that infestation pit. Rolling on in with the Hydras and the Roaches. Vipers throwing down. What is it? Are they doing stuff here? There it is. Blinding Cloud on all of these tanks. And the Hydras and Roaches and Ravagers just coming right on in. The tank can't really fire except these two on the back here. Battle Cruiser overhead is trying to rain down fireballs on top of everything. But the Hydras immediately take out the Battle Cruiser. Everything on the ground here is definitely going to die. However, the Cyclones have this base on lockdown. The Banshee has this base on lockdown as well. And the army marching on up into the natural base. Missile turret falling. Defender mode circles being used from a pretty good distance here. But Muse is content just to kill supply depots, kill production facilities, including these factories. He'd probably take this one down. Yeah, he is focusing it down here. But once again, Cyclones in here trying to kill more and more workers using that lock-on ability. One Cyclone falls, and is it going to be enough? I don't know. They're kind of using their basic attacks. Getting rid of starports, also a great idea for Muse. Dodging the defender mode circles as much as possible. Not quite able to do it. Crocobile thrown down and almost kills one of the Liberators. Not quite, though. Add-ons being killed. Tech Labs causing a lot of problems. These guys are still alive. 12 kills on that Cyclone. Finally getting completely taken down. 105 workers killed. How's that? 105 workers. Muse going to town on this third base. Can he save it? PurpleStain trying to get repairs off and actually out-repairing the DPS of these Hydras. Nicely done, my friend. They don't have any attack upgrades, which I think makes the difference there. But getting rid of missile turrets, all of these SCVs end up completely getting killed. Refineries as well. Unfortunately for our Zerg friend, though, these bases are up and running. Does he know about them? He doesn't, but he's about to. Ready, set, bases. Yeah, are there enough Hydras to get rid of these Liberators? I don't know that there are. He comes right under them. There we go. Walks through the defender mode circles. It gets underneath the Liberators. And not actually focusing. There we go. Now the Hydras are focusing on the Liberators. Bad SCV transfer. Oh no, PurpleStain. Oh no, PurpleStain. Don't do that. Planetary Fortress is up to 7 kills, but getting focused down by Roaches and Hydras. Can they get it? Ooh, it's going to be so close. The defender mode circle being used. No, finally deciding to try to focus down these SCVs instead of trying to get the Planetary Fortress itself. They do finally get the workers, and now they should be able to take down the PF. There are enough Roaches here, I think, to do it. There are still a couple SCVs repairing, and Muse being thrown down. Oh my gosh, is it going to be enough? What a clutch save on that Planetary Fortress. The Roaches still trying to make it happen, though. Getting rid of Mules, getting rid of SCVs, dodging on out, and look at that, a full retreat by Muse. Oh, the Planetary lives with 21 kills, but now 63 workers have died on Muse's side. 100 workers here, 63 workers here, and a partridge in a pear tree. Starport is going to fall. Yes, it does. Starport ends up dying. And Hydras take down yet another missile turret. Defender mode should be able to kill them unless they're paying attention. One shot, and one shot. Nope. Not paying attention. How about these guys? Roaches, you paying attention? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Getting just out in the nick of time. Income tab shows 14 harvesters left for PurpleStain. Muse has 45 somehow, some way. Still has workers available. But guess what? Blue Flame Hellions pretty good at killing workers unless they get trapped by spine crawlers, which they do. I almost call them spine turrets because they're kind of like turrets, but they're not really. Liberators running around to scan to make sure the space has not been planted. Muse has not done that. Muse is kind of mined out. Not much happening here. Pretty good healthy income there and here as well, but has no gas left on those refineries of those extractors. And these bases are still up for PurpleStain. Man, keeping this planetary up was a huge deal, I have to say. It's 96 to 57 total supply, though, so Muse might be able to just get in here and kill his friend PurpleStain if he makes it happen. Depends on how aggressive he's going to be. Going to try to use Liberators to throw down defender mode circles, but the placement on these spore crawlers is pretty good, actually, to prevent that from happening. We'll have to see if he can maybe sneak up here. Get a circle on. No, takes a couple shots from the spore crawlers. Some Blue Flame Hellions trying to roast down a building. They do 9 damage, which pretty good, but against, I mean, it's twice as much damage against light. So it's really, the intent is they're supposed to be used against light units and not so much against huge units that have armor like buildings do. Liberator with defender mode circle here does have 12 kills, killing Roaches. Roaches lining on up, using Abduct, and does kill the Liberator. Nice Abduct usage there, Viper. Hellbats, they do a little bit better against buildings. There we go, 20 damage, 33 versus light. Whew, Hellbats are strong but slow. That's kind of the trade-off if you transform them. The Hydras are trying to save this hatch. They come in, and are they going to be able to stop all these Hydras? Yes, the Hellbats change the target of their attack. They get completely wiped out. And the hatchery survives. However, it is a very vulnerable target for Marines, perhaps. Production tab right now for the Zerg is completely empty. +3 weapons. Indeed it is. +3 weapons. And, oh, another Abduct. The Liberator falls before the Abduct can even finish channeling there, unfortunately, for our Terran player, PurpleStain. Yeah, right now, Terran trying to do what he can. He has an orbital command here, not landing any mules. Doesn't really have enough money to do it, or energy, rather, to do that. I think most of his mule production's been used at other places, but PurpleStain getting the gas. He really wants the gas. He has a lot of Vikings. I don't know why he has so many Vikings. They just do terribly against Hydras and against Mutas. I guess maybe to try to snipe down the Vipers from long range, which seems like it might work. We'll have to see. It's a lot of Hydra and Viper here, though. Does he have that plus missile attack? He does not. Has really kind of ignored upgrades for quite a while now. There are tanks on the high ground, and they have +1 attack. Liberator tries to kill stuff again. Another yoink and another dead Liberator. Use of Abduct here. Fantastic by Muse. Abduct is 75 energy, pulls target unit to the location of the Viper. It really most effective when used against big units like Colossus and like tanks. Liberator is obviously a good target, as that's what Muse has used it almost exclusively on thus far. Banshees on the way for PurpleStain, continuing this mech production, which is kind of fun. I mean, I like to see Terran players doing different stuff. I'm kind of honestly rooting for PurpleStain right now to pull it out. He is down 154 to 94 total supply, but he is able... Oh my gosh, is this another Blue Flame Hellion roast? Round them up, boys. Line them up, and they're not running at all. Look at this Blue Flame massacre. There were like 28 drones here, and now they're just completely gone. No drones at all. Hydras do manage to pin them into a corner. A couple Hellions going to die. No, they're trying to run for their lives, but more and more Hydras coming from the left side, and they all end up getting killed. But 134 workers killed. PurpleStain has absolutely laid waste to Muse's economy. Muse still has 44 harvesters, though. He's doing okay. He's doubling up. PurpleStain right now. Another planetary. A lot of mules, though. Income tab. Yep. Way higher for PurpleStain. All right. Here come the Hydras and the Roaches. They're going to go after yet another planetary fortress. Blinding Cloud being used. Oh, Blinding Cloud on the PF, so it can't even attack back. Oh, no. Blinding Cloud. Oh, planetary. Didn't even get any shots off at all and completely explodes. Big problem for our friend PurpleStain. More Blue Flame Hellion attacks. Oh no. Muse! Moment of silence for these dead drones that are being roasted by the Blue Flames today. It was nice knowing you, drones. You are all completely dead. Oh no. Another 3 end up falling. 156 workers killed by PurpleStain. Oh, burrowing bees. It almost worked, but unfortunately PurpleStain has scans available. So more and more drones being killed. The army, the cavalry, is trying to come in and kill these guys, but PurpleStain manages to escape. Maybe trying to roast up some more workers. There are none down there. Oh, that was a costly poke. Costly poke indeed. Trying to find more workers to kill. There just isn't anything, though. There's a queen here. The queen will stab you in the face if you want. This base up and running. Again, no static defense. Dear Muse, I understand you do not value the lives of your drones, but for those of us that do, would you mind terribly actually putting some spine crawlers up here in your mineral line? Thank you. Loves and kisses, Falcon Paladin. All right, I feel like PurpleStain needs to expand right now. I know he lost the space, and I know it was scary. This base is up, but it's starting to get mined out because you can tell the mineral fields are glowing. See, glow, glow, glow. He really has stopped also battlecruiser production, which is unfortunate. I think he made one and it died, and then he said, no more BCs. No more for me. Hydras took them out so fast. Hey, look, spine crawlers, but they're too late. And they're in the wrong position. Okay, Roach is doing a better job of it. Line them up. Line up those drones. And burrowing them at the last second. Taking some more shots. This last remaining Hellion has seen all of his friends die. He's going to run in and try to kill some more workers. He has 2. Can he get another one? Yes, he has 3. Nicely done, Hellion. Way to fulfill your purpose in StarCraft 2. And the Hellion will escape. Nicely done, are my worthy friends. So Vikings, I don't know what the purpose of the Viking is, unless it's to try to get Vipers, which is good, but it's not really your big problem, I don't think. There are 4 Vipers, but a lot more Hydras and a lot more Roaches. +2, +1 now There is missile attack, but here we go. Going for it. No, Muse not going for it yet. Backing on out. Backing on out. Let's get rid of all of that and see what we can do. Down, 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 down. Widowmine does get a shot off before it ends up getting completely killed. This orbital command, can it get yanked? No, I don't think abduct works on orbital commands. The Hydras need to stutter step a little bit better. Get that into the burning. Can we get it into the burning? The answer is going to be no. Okay, so technically it's burning. Oh, there it is. Oh, it is burning. All right. Oh, Vikings did smash down a Viper. Well done indeed. I don't think we need that anymore. We're back. We're back inside. Yep, one Viper ends up falling, and another Viper getting targeted down, and another Viper getting targeted down, and another one. Oh, no, no Vipers left at all. Overseers, 2 getting killed. Oh, losing an Overseer. Vikings, a lot more effective than I thought you would be. Aha, but look at this. Viper on the way. 5 Vipers for Muse. But look, PurpleStain, 133 to 164 total supply. He's coming back. Oh, no, Widowmines with 8 and 7 kills each. Ah, no, this is giving me PTSD. 192 workers killed by PurpleStain, and somehow, some way, he is still losing as this queen walked all the way down here to try to kill this command center. It's not going to happen, but she's going to stand in and fight anyway. And more Hellion runbys, more dead drones getting pounded to death, however, by that spine crawler, trying to wall this off with evolution chambers that he's not using for upgrades. Not doing that. Again, the entire army shows up. Is there an overseer here? No. All right, ready for these Widowmine shots, everybody? I'm ready. Ready, set, go! 12 kills and 15 kills on those Widowmines, and Muse, for some reason, is still refusing to build detection here. Does he not know? Is he like, okay, it's telling me my units are under attack, but I go and look over there and there's nothing there. It was probably the Terran just dropping and losing all of his units or something. Look at this, though. PurpleStain has a planetary fortress reestablished where once one fell, transferring a lot of SCVs over here, mining from one refinery. His gas is doing pretty healthily, not doing anything in the production tab again. Once again, these games get long and crazy stuff goes down. Banshees, once more, trying to see what they can do. Well, man, they are so fast with that upgrade. Look at these guys go. 5.25. Good grief. Killing queens, killing creep tumors. Hellions once again getting in behind this mineral line. The spine crawler's not in a great location. Another Widowmine shot. Bam! Almost killing the Overseer. Not quite able to do it. Getting spined again to death. 7 kills, 5 kills. 234 workers killed. 234 workers killed by PurpleStain. Banshee is going after the Hydra, and they do end up killing it. Now they're going to try to kill the Hive. The army's going for it. Muse says, you know what? I'm sick of losing all of my workers. I am down to a total of 23. Oh, well played by Muse. Is he going to try? Come on, don't tap out now. You have a big army. You can do this. You can do this. Well played, PurpleStain with the GG. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Muse, you can't give up yet. Don't even think about giving up. All right, so the scan comes up. PurpleStain knows exactly what he is up against. And tank shots coming on off here. There are Vipers. They can do the blinding cloud. And here they come. Vikings trying to kill these Vipers. Abduct being used on the tanks instead. 2 Vipers do manage to live. Pretty good micro there from Muse. Planetary Fortress up once again. Hydra's in the back, bouncing back and forth. Not able to kill anything, but the Planetary does end up falling anyway. All the Vikings die too still. 1 Viper remaining. A Liberator dies at the same time, yanking in yet another Liberator to die. Banshee with Cloak, proving to be a big enemy of these units. Is there an Overseer with this army? There is not. Oh, no, there's not an Overseer, and he needs to replant his lair to get one. Oh, the Banshees. The Banshees, heroes of the day, following this army around. I think it's all that PurpleStain really has left. 5 Liberators, 8 tanks, and 4 Banshees running into the Defender mode circles of doom, trying to kill the tanks. Able to do it fairly quickly, getting the Liberators to... How many Hydras are left? I think that was the last Hydra for Muse. All he has left are roaches. He's trying to kill add-ons. There are 4 mutas on the way. A lair, again, being researched by Muse. He needs Overseers to deal with these Banshees. They've lost... Nope, they actually just stopped cloaking because they recognized there was no threat anymore. This group of roaches and Hydras catching a Banshee out of position. Oh, manages to cloak at the last second, and there's so many tanks here and a Planetary Fortress. Muse is going to lose his whole little hit squad here. Doesn't kill much of anything. Repair happens on the tanks. Nicely done, PurpleStain. And that's it. A good game, well played by Muse. Muse is defeated. PurpleStain's victorious. Muse has left the game. So 29 minutes and 56 seconds. Let's take a look at this one more time. 234 workers killed by PurpleStain. Muse killed 69 of his own. So what is that? 6 plus 9 is 5. 22 is 6 is 285? 295? Something like that. My math is terrible. Don't do math while you're casting. Basically, 300 workers were killed in this game, and the Terran player won. Again, that shouldn't be surprising, but depending on how many bases there were up for Muse, it's kind of actually surprising that PurpleStain pulled this out. It's just the lack of static defense in places that mattered really was a problem for Muse. And in the end, PurpleStain had a pretty good composition. His Liberators were good. His tanks were really good against what Muse was trying to do. I liked the Viking attempts to pick off the Vipers. The Vipers were still pretty good, but in the end, Vikings did kill a whole bunch of them, and that was it. So that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload and another weekly edition of MidRank Madness. Thanks again to Reddit, who posted this cast. Hi to everybody over there. Thanks for your support over the months now. And yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thanks for watching, and you take care of yourself.